Okay guys, moment of truth on the little PFP anvil, which is sitting down there, and the little cast anvil is on top of it. I'm going to pull these out now. There's a few of those fullers left in there which I haven't pulled out yet, but I'll pull those out as well. Yeah, so let's see if this is also pitted. I'm guessing it is going to be. So it seems that what happened on the Trenton was, because there's cast and there's drop forged, and on the Trenton there was some forged stuff, and then obviously all the fuller stuff was wrought iron, so it just seems that there was a big mixture of different types of materials in there, different types of metals, and that is why we've got such bad pitting. A lot of you guys came in and like asked me, is there no chance that I got the parallelity wrong on the welding machine? Well, these are my electrodes, and I still use the welding machine as a welding machine. So I put these tips into where you would put a rod. And then I hook up the negative with the earth clamp. So there's no ways that I can connect the positive, where you put the welding rod in. There's no way I can clamp onto my chain holding the workpiece, you know. So the parallelity was definitely right. Something else weird went in here. So yeah, but I'm trying to get all that out. I bought another anvil by accident, not really by accident, but a guy messaged and he's like, listen, I'm coming right past your house, do you want this anvil, yes or no? So I was like, oh well, yeah, the price was good. So I don't think when I got it, I was like, oh well, maybe I should just fill in a little, you know, weld it a little bit, make it nice, but I really don't know how far I want to go with it. It's a little anvil. Obviously I'm going to cup grind the face, table, horn. I don't even think I'm going to build up that edge over there. I really don't want to get too invested in this. I don't want to waste my time on it. I've got other things that are much more exciting. So yeah, that is going to go in the dip. That is a cast anvil, as you can see from the flash line. The rebound seems fairly okay considering it has so much surface rust on it. So yeah, it's going to go in the dip. What I'm going to do with the dip, because that's already pitted, so I'm going to now test my solution, because apparently all you guys say that the solution shouldn't be a problem. So what I'm going to do though is I'm going to pump all of this solution out, because it's settled now, into my holding tank. Then I'm going to pump half, I think, probably half of that tank back in here, and then fill this with water to my line. I have got a Sharpie line in here somewhere. It's got a bit of junk over it, but so I'm gonna I'm gonna dilute the solution quite a bit, and I'm gonna see if that works. Yeah, so anyway, PFP anvil, here we go. This shouldn't take too long. I'm gonna just I'm gonna hit it with a wire wheel on the angle grinder, and then let's see the damage. Okay, so results. The little cast anvil is actually quite unaffected. Yeah, that didn't come out badly at all, no major pitting. But yeah, the PFP is pitted. Yeah, you can see it's quite pitted over there, quite badly. Again, I'm going to have to take down quite a bit of material there in order to get it to a nice, usable, workable surface, which is a huge pity. The sides are not terrible. There are no visible markings on this PFP, but it's definitely a PFP. The pattern is exactly the same. But yeah, as you can see, I mean, got quite bad pitting down here, bad pitting on the horn, fairly bad on the face. So for now though, I'm not going to do anything to this. I'm going to put rust converter on it so that it doesn't get any worse off. You can see underneath, well, there's the little foot, but you can see underneath, I mean, that's perfect. Obviously it wasn't affected there because it was sitting on the floor. So yeah, again, pity. definitely a learning experience for me. But nevertheless, I think it'll still go nicely in my collection. I might just keep it exactly like it is. I don't think I'm actually going to do anything with it. I wasn't planning on using it. So the next person, whoever might get it at a later stage, could always sand it down and dress it and do what they need to do. Or I can do it before I sell it if I decide to sell it one day. But maybe for now, keep it as a reminder not to mix metals in the electrolysis dip. Here are a whole lot of the fullers which I took out and I already cleaned. You can see they are also pitted. These two over here were from a different dip, so it was these four. They were out of all the same dip, and I have not put rust converter on them, but you can see the pitting. All of them exactly the same as the PFP, same as the Trenton. So I think that's the answer to what went wrong in this dipping process, this electrolysis. We had a whole bunch of different metals, different compositions, and we were trying to electrolysis them all at the same time, and that I think was the downfall of this dip in particular. Like I said, I've never had this before, and I probably will never have this again because I will not be mixing stuff again. Anyways, there it is. I'm going to put rust converter on there. I'm going to put rust converter on there. I'll put rust converter on here and on there, and then I'm going to let it dry, and I'll probably oil it another day. Yeah, I'm hobbling around a little bit. So yeah, beginning of the year was very busy, obviously, as you saw in the last video. And then I had a little workshop accident when I was casting the other day. I had all my protective gear on. Don't worry guys, I'm quite big on protective gear, but some aluminium fell down my work boot, molten aluminium that was about 800 degrees Celsius, fell down my work boot and burnt me. So I don't have skin this whole way around my ankle. So that's how come I'm hobbling around a little bit. I've been at home this is my 3rd week, but I am bored. So I thought, you know what, even if I come in for half a day, hobble around and just get something done, then that is better than nothing. So this is what I'm doing. I won't be doing any welding or something like that because obviously I cannot wear protective boots. I'm wearing my flip-flops, and I don't want to be like those boys in India that are doing welding and casting in their flip-flops. So yeah, I'm gonna just try and keep it safe and do stuff that I can safely while not wearing protective gear. So anyways, I'm gonna stop blabbing on and I'm gonna put some rust converter on here and then let it dry, and then that's it for the day for me, I think. So there you have it. That's as much as I'm going to do today. Everything's nice and gray in color. I don't know if you can see too well, it's quite bad lighting, but you can see there everything's nice and gray. So that's as much as I'm doing today. Yeah, now I'll take out the rest of the fullers, clean those up with a wire brush and the drilling machine at a later stage. I'm not going to film that because that's very boring. Don't want to bore you guys. And then yeah, as soon as I've done that, then I will film the whole dip process, what I do there, and then we're going to run this little anvil as an experiment without changing the solution, but with just watering it down a little bit and cleaning the bottom of the tank. So we'll keep you guys posted. Okay, so again, another few weeks and we're finally getting this little anvil into the dip. As you can see, I'm busy refilling it. There's my little storage tank. So yeah, I emptied out my liquid into there, took it outside, had it cleaned out, washed the tank nicely, pulling it in back here, and then I'm going to refill it. As soon as it covers the top of the anvil, I'm then going to just put normal water in here to dilute this a bit. I definitely feel like it's too strong. yeah, so I'm going to dilute this a little bit. Diluting it can't help. If anything, it's just not going to work. I rather have it not work than work too much and put the damn thing. So anyways, that's what we're doing here. Yeah, so I'll keep you guys posted. Yeah, and then I think what I'm going to do is I want to make some more electrodes. My electrodes, oh, there you go. Hold on, let's see. Let's watch it happen. There we go. Cool, let's switch this off. Is that okay? So there, Anvil is just under the water. I'm gonna fill it up probably another 100 mils or so, or 100 mils, what's that, 4 inches. Above that, I want to dilute it quite a bit. What was I gonna say now to you guys? That's right. Okay, so yeah, my as you can see, my electrodes are pretty shot. I just make these out of bits of scrap steel, but I've been doing quite a lot of research to see if I can use stainless, and apparently you can. So I have this old prawn pump over here that's missing the ball. The end is all beat up, so I'm going to make some electrodes out of this. It's nice stainless that I'm probably never going to use. So I'm going to cut this up, make myself some stainless electrodes, and then hopefully I never ever have to make electrodes again. Apparently all you do is you just brush them off and then they're good as new. So I'm going to do that before we carry on with dipping this anvil. So I'm going to fill it up with water, get it all prepped, make those electrodes, and then yeah, video when I switch it on and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so the dip is up and running. I have made new electrodes out of stainless steel, so we'll see how that goes. I'm trying to see if I can get, so I used that old prawn pump and I made new electrodes, so we'll see how it goes. Let me just see if I can get some light over here. There, let's just have a look. So Anvil's going, electrodes are going. Now, as far as I understand, the stuff that gets stuck to the electrodes just brushes off the stainless, and it doesn't ruin the chemical reaction or anything like that. It's really cooking now. Anyways, so we'll see. This is my first trial ever running stainless electrodes, so I really hope that it doesn't ruin this anvil. There's the horn over there. And as you can see, I have made ultra sure that I've connected this right. So electrodes positive connects to the welding electrode. That positive runs all the way up to my positive. My negative runs to my workpiece. Okay, so everything checks out. This should work, and we'll see how well this works. All right, so the new electrodes seem to work quite well. There they are, and seems like they'll come clean. So yeah, I'm gonna pull this anvil out now. This has been sitting for probably about a week since I switched off. So we'll pull it out now. Quite exciting. I imported a whole bunch of abrasives, and then I imported a whole bunch of these wire brushes just because we were having a shortage of them and we couldn't find any from our local suppliers. So what did I do? Well, I imported a box of those. I imported a whole bunch. I imported 2,000 of these. So my wife will just start selling these. Imported some face-off discs, those ones there. Flapper discs. These are 80 grit, and there's some 40 grits. So yeah, imported a whole bunch of stuff. And then there's all the extra stock. So yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, we're gonna test out this. I thought this will be a good test trial for my new wire brushes that I brought in. So I'm gonna put that on the big grinder, test it out, and then see how it handles. Okay, so yeah, this wire brush worked really well. I didn't get shot with bristles, which is really cool. You can see there are some loose bristles in there, but yeah, look, it didn't work very hard, but it certainly did its job. Nice little anvil, edges aren't too bad this side, not great that side, but I'm not going to fix it. This was sort of a grudge purchase, so I didn't really have much of a choice in buying it, so I really just want to get this thing cleaned up and then move it along to someone who's going to use it. It's a cast anvil. You can see by the flash line over there, obviously no handling holes. Yeah, I don't know, there's no maker's marks, no markings, no weight stamps at all. So this is just a big question mark as to what's going on here. A little bit of welding over there on the feet, and then over here you can see something's been welded on there. So what I'm going to do is my favorite little trick, old flapper disc that's worn out. I'm literally going to just take this down until it's there's no hideous welding on it, and then that's it. I'm leaving it just like that. I might take down that bit of mushrooming over there off. I think I will, you know, just to make it. I'm not going to be doing any welding on this. Like I said, I have no interest in welding this. Yeah, I'd really just want to move this on to someone who can use it. Yeah, so there it is. I'm going to just do my sanding now, and then same process, rust converter, and then I will linseed oil this, I think, along with the little PFP and all the pullers. Yeah, I will linseed oil everything together because I've already rust converted the other stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'll film as I sand this down and then rust converter. Okay, so as you can see here, if I do that in a light, there was a little bit, there was a blob there, and then there was a blob there, there. So that's all gone. I've taken down that little bit of mushrooming on the cutting table, and I just cleaned up that over there a little bit, just necessary. And then again over here, there was a little bit of welding over there, which I've taken off. So it's not a perfect anvil by any means, but it's a very usable anvil, and I'm sure whoever buys it will be happy with it. So again, I'm using this product. Yeah, you can use any rust converter that's available to you in your country, but this is available here and it's cheap. So, and the only reason I do this is just to give it a uniform appearance. It gives it that dark gray metal color, and also it does stop rust for quite a long time. So if I put this on, yeah, it seals this off for quite a while before I have to put linseed oil on, and even after I put linseed oil on, when the linseed oil does wear off, if this is exposed to oxygen, this does help it a lot to not rust. So it's just a process that I like to do. I like the finish that it gives, especially on forged anvils or cast anvils with lettering or stamping and stuff. This really brings that stuff out. So yeah, just a nice little habit that I've got going on. So you can see how it works. Works very quickly, it doesn't take long, and then all you do is just wipe it off. I use a rag, and then what I do is I just take this and I chuck it in water and I soak it. You can see this has been used before for this purpose, which is why it's got that like red tinge to it. So this does have an acid in it, and that's the reason why it also does wreck material a little bit. So this will also just gray off those areas where I sanded. So It'll just blend in a little bit better. It won't be so obvious that I've sanded there. Yeah, another reason for using this product. I don't know what the weight of this anvil is yet. I will weigh it, and then that'll obviously be the description in the video that'll catch your guys' attention. But I think it's around about 35 kgs, whatever this is in pounds. And yeah, I think it's around about there. The seller couldn't give me an accurate weight on it. He said he doesn't know how much it weighs, so he just gave me the dimensions of the anvil. And then I looked at my anvils that I've got next door, and I've sort of just guesstimated what this was weight-wise, and I bought it from him, yeah, based on that. I didn't want this anvil really. I mean, it sounds terrible actually. I don't want an anvil, but the seller wanted much more than I was willing to pay for it. I asked him what it weighed. I said to him, just put it on a bathroom scale. You know, it's very small. Just put it on a bathroom scale so I know what to pay you for it. And I had a price per kg in mind, and I'd offered him that, and he said no, he wanted more. I didn't pay through the sale. And then a few months later, he got a hold of me just to say, oh, Kyle, I'm coming past Wittenberg Bay, which is the town which I live. Do you still want the anvil? And he said he can give it to me at this price, dropped off at my door. So, but, you know, considering there were no courier costs involved, it made sense. So I said, okay, no, that's fine. I wasn't really in the market for an anvil, but another one. But I couldn't say no, so I said yes. And this is where we are today. So, like I said, I'm not keeping this one. This is nothing special that I know of. It's not a collector's item, I don't think. And if it is, I'll kick myself later, but that's fine. But yeah, it just seems like a little cast anvil. We'll do a rebound test on it just now. My mate John Scott, you saw there, he was doing a rebound test on it earlier. But this being a cast iron table and having it being completely hollow underneath, this table always gives very poor rebound results. So what we'll do is we'll just put it on a stump, and then we'll do a rebound test on it. I think the rebound looks okay on it, but we'll just check and then we'll see and then go from there. Sorry, I'm waffling on a little bit over here, but I also wanted to just show you guys the rust converter real time, and yeah, just so that you can see quite how long it takes. There you go. What is this? It's probably about 4 minutes or 5 minutes of me waffling on while I was doing that, and it's done. The rust converter is done. It's done its job. It's got a nice, the rust converter does leave this like white haze on it, but as soon as you put linseed oil on, it takes that away and it gives it that nice shine. And then I just let the linseed oil dry for about 2 or 3 weeks, until it's dry to the touch, and then that's when I move it along. So that's this one done. I'll film linseed oil, I'll do this anvil, the PFP, the fullers, and a bunch of other stuff. I'll do linseed oil. When I get smelly, I'd rather get smelly one time. But yeah, let's do a quick little rebound test on this, and yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Okay, so I'm very excited to show you my new rebound test ball bearings. I finally got a 25mm or a 1-inch ball bearing, which is recommended for rebound tests. I don't know how high I can go in the camera footage here, but
you're still in camera.
Over there, how about that?
You're leaving camera there, that's good.
Okay, so let's try from here. Not bad. Rings nicely. Not bad, but 80% or so. Really not bad. Yeah, nice little cast anvil, definitely not cast iron, cast steel. So yeah, nice anvil that will serve someone well. Okay, so there's everything that I have linseed oiled. It's the little PFP anvil from last time. It's this new little cast steel anvil that I cleaned up in this video. And then all of the fullers and chisels and all of those things that I electrolysis dipped with the PFP, where's my finger, anvil, and then the Trenton that got so badly damaged. Anyway, so there it all is. Happy with the way that came out. Now I'm just gonna wait for the linseed oil to dry over the next week or two, and then this anvil is gonna go up on Facebook Marketplace. I'm getting rid of it. The PFP I'm gonna keep, and then my fullers I'm gonna keep, and yeah, we're gonna carry on with that other the 200 what is it, 200 100-weight anvil of my mates, which will be the next video after this. So stay tuned. Let me actually just show you guys a little sneak peek. There is an anvil in there, busy being electrolysis dipped. It has a little bit of a chip on the heel and then edges. So this is one of my friend's anvils that I said that I'd restore for him. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully that video will be coming out in the next month or two. But yeah, we're moving along, and then after this anvil, let me just show you guys here. We are then gonna do the colonial, the big colonial anvil. So that one is gonna be done afterwards. There's gonna be no edge work over there. There's a bit of a chip on the other side that needs welding. It's gonna be welded with mild steel. That's what the owner of it wants. He doesn't want it to look like it's been restored, and when it starts to rust one day, he wants it to age the same. So he wants me to fill it up with mild steel, electrolysis dip it, make it look like it hasn't been touched, just been cared for, and then that's it. So that's going to be the next restoration video. And then after that, I don't quite know where it's going to go, but yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to try and prioritize. I've got a little bit of time now with the next month or two, so I'm going to try and cram as much work into these anvils as possible while I've got the time, because yeah, you guys have been waiting for about 6 months for new videos to come out of restorations, and all I've been giving you is electrolysis and cleanups. So there are restorations happening. Stay tuned, and we'll see you then.